Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Corsair 620W Modular Power Supply. What's included is the user's manual, cable ties, a case badge, 4 screws for mounting the power supply in the case, a power cable, a pouch for the modular cables, and the power supply. This power supply is 620 watts, which is enough power for most high-end computer systems. Now, how is this wattage determined? Well, to understand that, you need to know what rails are. Rails are basically well-regulated transformers which convert domestic current into the voltages that your computer system can use, and there are essentially 2 different rails, the 3.3/5 volt and the 12 volt rail. In this particular case, the approximate maximum peak output of the 3.3/5 volt rail is 170 watts and the 12 volt is 600, which is essentially how the wattage of this power supply is determined. The 3.3/5 volt rail is responsible for the motherboard, memory, PCI cards, AGP card, and so on, while the 12 volt rail is responsible for the hard drives, DVD, CD-ROM, fans, etc. Also, some might be interested to know the peak amps on each rail. Well, the plus 3.3 volt is 24 amps, and the plus 5 volt is 30 amps. Now, unlike most power supplies that only have one plus 12 volt rail, this model has 3, and they are all 18 amps. This ATX 12 volt power supply meets all the new environmental standards, today's latest testing procedures and protection. Now, there are a couple of important things to note when purchasing a power supply, and that's its efficiency and does it have active PFC. It's recommended to get a power supply that's about 80% efficient or better under typical load. This model has an efficiency that exceeds 80%. As for APFC, or Active Power Factor Correction, this is something that also assists the power supply in being more efficient and stable under load. APFC basically reduces total harmonics, corrects input voltage, and it allows for full input voltage range. This product has active PFC. Let's have a closer look at this power supply. Here's the power cable connection and the power switch. It has a black paint finish and comes with a large 120mm fan. This fan and the many ventilation holes have no problem keeping the inside of the power supply cool. This power supply has lots of leads, and most are modular except for the main motherboard ones, which are the 20, 24 pin, 8 pin, and 4 pin, and these are all sleeved. The modular cables have a flat and flexible design which will cut down on the cable mess inside the case and improve airflow. These modular leads are simple to connect and disconnect, therefore you only need to attach the leads required for your particular setup. The Molex leads have easy grip connectors which make connecting and disconnecting hardware simple. Also note that all the terminals are gold plated, which provides oxide-free ultra-low resistance contact between the power supply and your critical components. Finally, have a listen to the 120mm fan. Modular power supplies are fantastic because they give you the ability to only have which leads you need for your particular hardware setup. That way you don't have a lot of cables inside the case, so it doesn't look bad, and it also increases airflow. Now, this particular unit has that feature, modularity, plus all kinds of other new and great technologies that will ensure that your system is going to be rock stable. Now, this particular power supply also comes Nvidia SLI certified, but of course it will also do ATI CrossFire setup, no problem whatsoever. Overall, this is a kick-ass product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, you can go to the forums and register. And remember, registration is completely free. Also, keep in mind, you can find out a lot more on this product in the forums. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please remember to help support 3dgameman.com. If you wish to support, please visit support3gm.com. Until next time, take care. He basically reduces total harmonics, corrects input voltage, and it allows for full input voltage. Input voltage range. Range and voltage. Sitting there inside the case, both looking bad, also it's just a mess, and it won't. Oh my God, what am I saying? Oh my God.